Hey guys, how you doing? You have to pardon me. My allergies are acting up. I hate the spring. Oh god, I hate the spring with a passion. I don't know why these fucking plants can't leave me out of their sex life. But evolution is what it is. So anyway, let's talk about the plains biome today. So tips and tricks on Valheim, the plains biome. What I think some of your earliest moves should be, earliest priorities, how you should prepare before setting foot into the plains biome. Um, the plains biome is for real, so make sure you're ready. Skill wise, I'm leaning towards uh, 10 to 15 points per area. So when you're in the meadows, let's just say 15 in your weapon block, um, whatever, okay, and then 30, right, and then 45 in the swamp, and then 60. So, well, yeah, 10. Let's say 10 plus a little bit. So I wouldn't even look sideways at the planes without a 50 in my critical skills, like blocking and your weapons. And with a 50 block, the death skeetos and the fullings are going to stagger you on normal blocks. I really, really, really recommend a 60 block minimum and a 60 weapon skill minimum. The Desquitos have low hit points, so it's not as important for them. But the Fullings, the Goblins, they can really overwhelm you. They love to bring an army, so make sure you're somewhere in the vicinity of 60 in all your important skills. And that includes jump and sprint, because you're going to need jump and sprint to kite, to run, to get away, to move around. It's really going to bite you in the ass if you get out there and you only have a 40 sprint, okay? Or 40 run, whatever. Make sure your gear is max. Okay, so get that wolf armor up to max. Get your weapon leveled up to max. You want everything from your silver tier to be max tier before you set foot in the plains. The next thing you might want to do before going to the plains is stock up on iron. Okay, I had a 250. I think I had 250 iron before I went to the plains. And I highly recommend that because the padded armor of the plains uses iron. And so I like I like it when I can make my armor and then immediately upgrade it, because the padded armor Kuros is going to come in at the same level. See, it comes in at 26, and if you look at the wolf armor, where's my wolf armor? It's 26. So making a padded armor Kuros, if your wolf armor is tier 4, gets you nothing. Okay, so I want to be able to make my padded armor Kuros and immediately upgrade it to tier 2. Okay, um, and your underlying armor is really important in the plains, because a lot of times, uh, you're going to miss a block. The death skeeto is going to sneak up on you. You're going to get stabbed, and if you're in wolf armor, it's going to hurt. Even maxed out wolf armor, and so maxed out padded is going to serve you very well. Um, so I think your earliest priority for when you get to the plains is going to be your shield, unless you're a two-handed or bow user. Uh, the This is the maxed out black metal shield. You see it has a block power of 100. And if you compare that to, there it is. If you compare that to the silver shield, So that's 15 points more block power, base block power, right? Okay, so definitely, I want my new shield as soon as possible. I'm sword and board. I'm one-hander and shield, and you can make the shield quicker than anything else in the plains. Okay, and the reason for that is because the black metal shield only requires black metal. You're gonna have a shit ton of black metal in no time. Black metal is the easiest thing to collect in the plains biome, so definitely prioritize that. You're gonna need chain. You get that from the swamp. Um, Hopefully you got lucky on your chest pulls. You will need some fine wood, so get that black metal shield right away. Okay. Another thing you want to prioritize is Draugr. Best bow in the game. Excellent weapon. You're going to use this a lot. Okay? Even if you don't main bow, you're going to be using this a lot. So get Draugr leveled up and ready to go before you go to the plains. And the other thing I highly recommend is ice frost arrows. Excuse me. You will need the freeze glands from the drakes in the mountains. You will need obsidian. You will need feathers, and you will need wood. These are excellent. They work very well against everything, every mob in the plains, and they slow them. That is very important because the goblins love to add, and it's not uncommon to aggro one goblin and get four. Okay, and if you can slow one or two of them down with frost arrows, you can stagger out that add. Take the goblins 1 to 2 at a time. You don't get overwhelmed with 4 or 5. You got a better chance of getting out of there without your free trip back to your base. Okay. So the next thing you need to learn is going to be how to clear a fulling village or a goblin village. So let's eat up. Let's munch up our food here. We're going to get maxed out. This is all plains level food. I'll talk about that after we look at the fulling base. So to clear a fulling base, in my opinion, you need a bow. Okay? If you run into a fulling base and try to Conan the Barbarian it, your Conan ass is going to be going back to your base for free without all of that pesky gear that you have to carry normally. There are big fulling berserkers. They look like they remind me of trolls from Dungeons and Dragons and how they appear. By the way, I have the vegetation turned off. Thank you to my subscriber in the comments about turning off the vegetation. I apologize for not knowing your name, but thank you. That's a really good tip. It does make the game ugly, but okay. Another tip for the plains: always run around with your gear in your hands. Okay? Always. Always, always, always. Okay? And that is because of what just happened to me. I couldn't hear that damn death skeeto. Now, part of that's because I was running my mouth. But the ability to the death skeetos are gonna get on you. Okay? Period. And you need to be able to block very quickly. Okay. See how he's slowed? It's really important. We'll go ahead and, you know what? Let me show you Porcupine here. We'll talk about the old toilet brush in a minute. Yeah, this is Porcupine. This is the mace / bludgeoning weapon for the plains. Okay, so how to clear a fulling base. you do what I'm doing right here, okay? But you have to be careful. The reason you have to be careful is because, oh man, I shouldn't be fighting in these cloudberries. This is a mistake. Okay, you have to be careful. Why do you have to be careful? Because everything you want is in this base. Everything. Almost. Almost everything you want from the plains is in here. Black metal and all the crops. Okay? You want the crops. The crops are so important. Okay? You want flax for making stuff, and you want barley for food. You're gonna get barley, you're gonna grow barley, and you're gonna use it to make barley flour, and the barley flour is what you use to make every single piece of plains food. And the plains food is absolutely fantabulous. Okay? And this is how you see that right there? See that triple? Okay, so let me show you something here. Get up here. Now, you little suckers. See this? This bring an army shit, and there's a 2-star in there. Okay, yeah, we're going to run these guys off. We don't want anything to do with that kind of pull. That's the kind of shit that the plains wants to pull on you. Right there. And this is the kind of pull that will get you dead. Ah, I missed. Come on in here. Come here. Come here. What the? Yeah. You want to kind of stagger them out. There are a shit ton of goblins in that village. Okay? You have to be careful. They will bring an army. They will add. They will kill you. You'll be angry. So, you really need to watch your shit when it comes to fulling villages. But you need to be really careful about shooting blind into the fulling villages, because you can hit the crops. The crops, and you don't want to do that. I hit the post, because I'm a dumb shit. Let me see if I can get an angle on this scuzz bucket here. Okay. The 2-star fullings hit for 200. Okay? If you're in wolf gear and you try to normal block a 2-star fulling, he'll stagger you. Okay? Ah! There we go. Let me show you. Come here. 210. Boy, they got some hit points. Ah! Scumbucket. Yeah, don't sleep on those 2-stars. They are dangerous, dangerous. And as you can see, they're profitable. But you can see how these goblins, they just love to add. And you have to remember, and look at that, 58. Some bitch hit me hard. See, now the base ones don't hit that hard. I'm going to have to be careful here. Got to get this 1-star dealt with. There we go. Okay. So, be very careful shooting blind into the fulling villages. Don't pull fulling villages at night. Because there are, but see the plants? This is what you're here for. These guys right here. Okay? And don't fight around those plants, because you want them, and they will get broken. You know, kid. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's better. That's better. That's what Daddy wants right there. All right. Watch out for the fulling shaman. They do electrical damage, and they have a damage shield. And you want to never, ever, 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 ever fight one in the rain. You will get annihilated, because when you're wet, you take more lightning and frost damage. That's how I got annihilated in that video from the whatchamacallit, the Drake. the normally nuisance drake. And you can see you get barley out of these, you can get plants out of these chests. For some reason uh, they put oh god, what is it? Grinding wheels. I'm like, why is there a grinding wheel in here? Okay, so that's how you pull and clear a gobby village. Okay. I don't need flint. I store stuff in these chests, and then if I want it later, I'll come back and get it. So here's your flax. This is what you're here for. Now, when you get your flax and you get your barley, don't use it. Do you hear me? Do not turn this into thread. That would be a major screw up. You're going to plant this, okay? Each flax you plant yields 2 more flax, okay? I'm going to put all this in one chest, so I know where I'm storing things. I know I'm breaking my own rule. I'm here after dark. It's like, way to go, jackass. So let me see. Anything else in here? I don't see nothing else. This really is... and you're going to get goblin villages with no plants. It's really frustrating. But you have to be careful shooting in there blind with your bow. Try to avoid doing that if at all possible. And then get your plants. And now that you have your barley and you have your flax, it's time to make your plains base, because the barley and the flax won't grow anywhere but in the plains biome. Okay? So, I'll show you my plains base. Let me see here. Yeah, that's it. And another thing, don't go through this portal into the plains without your shit equipped, because death mosquitoes can get into your base unless you do a very specific wall build that other guys have come up with. I don't use it because, quite frankly, I've been attacked once per game in my plains base by death mosquitoes. And death mosquitoes aren't that hard to deal with at this level. They're a nightmare if you're in tier 2 or if you're in level 2, level 3 gear. This spike defense that I've built around here, this does not work. This does not keep death mosquitoes out. I might try to make another ring down here, but I haven't done that yet. Now, I carved this out of a hilltop. Okay? I found an early productive goblin base. Don't build too close, okay? If you build too close, like if you build about here, they'll come get you, okay? You do not want that, because when I say they'll come get you, I mean like half the damn base will empty out and come attack you when you're trying to set up your base. This is too close. And this, of course, the draw distance and when things get blurry is going to vary by video cards, so I only have a 1080. So, you know, if you have a 3080, your draw distance is going to be better than mine. But I would not build here. This would be a huge mistake. Now, full disclosure, this base is too big. Okay, this is way more cultivated ground than I needed. Okay, so I would not do this. Your plains stuff can be planted much closer together than than carrots and turnips. Barley and flax can be planted very, 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 very close together. Okay, and you can see this crop of barley is in. I do 66 barley. Okay, so that gives me 132 yield. I process 60 at a time, and I replant the rest. Or I replant up to 66, and then I process the rest. So that's how I grow things in the plains, and that's how my plains base appears, you know, do what you will with that information. But you see how I built it up and I excavated down on the sides, and that way I'm perfectly safe from goblins. Now, death mosquitoes, they can get in there. I've had one death mosquito get in that base. I'm now at 310 hours. I've been attacked in my plains base twice. Once on my Diamid game, and once in my Lithamid game. I don't consider that a high enough rate to bother with the overbuilt death mosquito walls that people have invented and come up with, and that's great. You know, if they don't want to be bothered by death mosquitoes, they want to be able to go into their plains base without having to eat good food and without having to wear great armor, and they want to be able to farm in the plains without being harassed by death mosquitoes. I get that. That's perfectly viable. And if you want to do that, Firespark has a video on how to protect yourself from mosquitoes with walls. I think it's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to mess with it. But if you think it's important, knock yourself out. It's once again, it's your dime. So that's crops. That's your base. Number 2. Once you get your barley rocking, you need to pause and go fishing. You need to go fishing. You need to get yourself a fishing rod. You need to buy a bunch of bait. It's really cheap. I think I spent like 500 gold to buy all that crap. Okay, and I mean, I have a shit ton of gold, and I'm not even trying here. So let's just say, well over 5,000 gold. And again, I'm not trying. I haven't done anything particularly amazing, or there's nothing inventive that I've done to get this gold. I've just been playing. Okay, you should have a shit ton of gold by the time you get to this point as well. You need to go fishing. I have a video on the fishing system and how to fish, and what I think is important, and what I've found to be at this point the most effective fishing techniques. It's not that complicated. It's just it is what it is. But you need to fish because you need fish wraps. Oh, these things are awesome. These are 150 food, so it's a 60/90. Okay, fish wraps are awesome. And then you need lox meat pies. You will have to start fighting the lox. The lox can be a handful. They have a shit ton of health. They attack surprisingly fast for a creature of that size. They hit hard. And so watch yourself. Now, since we're talking about lox, let me talk about weapons. And I'm in the middle of a weapon analysis, so I don't want to say one way or the other which one is better. I know early on in my current Let's Play, Lithamid here was intended to be a club user, a mace user. He was supposed to be focused around the blunt skill, the blunt damage with the club skill. Okay, great. That's what I was supposed to do. Well, I got to the plains, and I found that Frostner over here just didn't work great in the plains. Blunt is fantastic in the swamp. There's no denying that. Blunt is the way to go in the swamp. It's the way to go to fight bone mass. But then when you get to the mountains, I didn't see any difference between the mace I had and the and other damage types. Then I got Frostner, and again, I didn't see any benefit in the mountains. Frostner versus other weapon types. And then I got to the plains, and once again, I didn't see I didn't see any advantage, okay, to going. And so I had an absolute surplus. I had a huge surplus of black metal because there's gobbies everywhere, right? And so I started farting around with this. I made a sword because I've said it many times. I'm a sword snob. I like swords. I think swords look cool, and I think porcupine looks like a fucking toilet brush. This thing just looks just it looks bombastically stupid to me. Maybe it doesn't bother you. Maybe you think, I'm being a complete jackass here on how porcupine looks. I I accept that, but I don't like it. I just don't fucking like it. I think it's ugly as sin. But remember I said loxes are a pain in the butt? Okay. Watch this. Oh! Hit the wrong damn key. Yeah, watch me. You son of a bitch. God damn it. This is what I hate about the planes. It's all the fucking ads. It's so annoying. Look how hard it's hitting that lox. Porcupine wrecks the lox. It absolutely wrecks them. So, right now, and like I said, I'm in the middle of analyzing. Let me show you how the sword does. You'll watch the sword come in gray. Watch it. 46. Yeah. Okay. Now see, this is after a block. 51. There we go. Look at that. That's after a perfect block. Okay. Now we'll switch to porcupine. And I'll just go over here and body pull this guy. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's gonna fuck him up. Let me see if I can sneak up on him. I have 100 sneak. Just kind of screwing around here. I've got to make a final analysis video on sneak skill. Boy. Let me see here. There we go. Damn it. Much, much better. You can see it's white. Look at that. And I'll tell you something else. I'm kind of spoiling my weapons analysis video, but why am I not picking up that? There we go. Okay. Porcupine wrecks stone golems. Oh my god, stone golems are so fucking annoying. Porcupine annihilates stone golems, and so tell I'm kind of sort of rethinking weapons. So anyway, for the planes, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because everybody's talking up porcupine, and I have to say unfortunately they're right. And I say unfortunately because I'm a sword snob, and I wanted swords to be equivalent to clubs, and they're not. Club's the winner. Club is better. So make yourself a porcupine here in the plains. It's really easy to make. You'll need. I'll go back to the. I got a perfect block. That's funny. So you can see it's doing white. It's doing white damage on the Grey Dwarfs. Swords do white damage. Axes do white damage on the Grey Dwarfs. Oh, you know what? Let's not die out here. What? Oh, troll. Watch this. You know what? Here, watch this. This will really be funny. Okay, so you ready for this shit? Okay, you're gonna laugh your ass off. Here we go. I'm gonna do a heavy stealth sneak attack. Watch. 941. It was yellow. Oh my god. That's some funny shit right there. I have hit him for over 1,000. Oh, birdies, birdies, birdies. Feathers, feathers, feathers. Feathers. Daddy likes feathers. Yes, feathers, please. That's the one good thing about playing when it's raining, is you can get feathers. Go around the coast. 3 death skeetos, really, game. Now against death skeetos, there's no benefit to porcupine here. Let me see. Come here, you rat bastard. Come on. I've hated these things since one of the I didn't know what a desquito was, and I went sailing. I was in I had a little bit of iron, but I was still in a bronze, and I went sailing looking for a better swamp biome, and I saw this golden brown land, this tan colored land on my mini map, and I'm like, what's that? And then I saw this tall rock jutting out of the ground, this tall columnar outcrop of rock, and I'm like, what's that? And I sailed up to it, and I heard giggling as I got close to the coast, as I was like 40, 50 meters from the shoreline, and I saw a goblin, and I'm like, goblins, goblins are wusses. I'm gonna wreck his world. Watch this. And I jumped off my carve, and I went wading in, and that goblin came up and went thunk, and then a desquito came buzzing in, and I was dead. And I'm like, what in the fuck just happened? What fucking happened is you stuck your nose someplace where it didn't belong, noob. Yeah, that was brutal. Okay, so that's locks. What weapons you need. Once you've got your weapon, either your black metal axe or sword, your porcupine, whatever, you got your shield. Draugr Fang's leveled up. You've got your crops growing. I recommend a minimum of 20 for flax before you start thinking about making gear. Okay, and then you can start making your padded. Go fishing, make yourself some fish wraps from your flour. You process the flour here in windmills. Let's talk about windmills real quick. Excuse me. Damn it. Um, why did I do this? You see what I did here? I did this because the building blocks the wind. Okay? And what'll happen is if the wind is from approximately 000, so due north, to about 030, you're going to lose RPM on your windmill if it's here. And so I built a windmill over here so I can get a northerly breeze and a westerly breeze. And then this one down here gives me this one is of course blocked from the north, but it gets east and west, and it gets south. You could put one north of your building. The problem is I don't have space to the north of my building. You can see I'm kind of blocked in here. I don't feel like filling this in, and that's just way too much work. Something else I considered, and I may still do it just as an experiment, is this might be the perfect location for a windmill, right here. Okay, and I say here, maybe here. I don't know if the trees affect wind. They should, but I don't know if they will. So to me, this high point is a great location, or like right here. The problem is, of course, to make a windmill, okay, you need an artisan table. So the artisan table requires dragon tears. Dragon tears come from motor. You get 10. Okay. I do believe I still have 8. Let me go see. Because I think I just made the one artisan table, and I don't think I burned any more. Whee! Jump is fun once you get it leveled up. Where are my dragon tears? Where'd I put them? I'm such a hoarder. Oh God, where are my dragon tears? There's my dragon tears. Yeah, I've got 8. Okay. So, creating, hell, you could even create a windmill farm, I guess. It does take quite a while to process wheat into flour, so 2 or 3 windmills does make sense. The other thing you're going to need is blood bags. Okay? You need blood bags to make blood pudding. It's awesome. Look at that, 90/50. Okay? You can see I'm buffed up to 221, and look at all those stamina pips. That's a lot of stamina, you know? Uh, yeah. Yeah, you want that. You want those. You get the blood bags, of course, from the leeches in the swamp, so you have to. I think it's a good system where when you're in the plains, and you're trying to get plains tier food, you still need to go back and you need to farm the swamp, right? The lox meat pies require cloudberries. Okay, everything uses 4 barley flour, so you're gonna need a shitload of barley. Do 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 do. Do do. I got too much flax. Let me just process some. Screw it. So this is the spinning wheel, and this is what processes your flax into thread, right? And I have a nice supply of thread, and you use the thread to make everything. Weapons require thread. Your armor requires thread, and you'll need a shit ton of it. But you'll need iron, right? Right? Look at the padded helmet, iron, thread, yeah. So yeah. Is there anything else I feel like I need to mention? There was something I was thinking of, and now I'm brain farting. Shit. I can't think of it. I got CRS disease. Can't remember shit. Fuck. What? Oh, and the wind direction affects processing speed. The wind was out of the north, and this windmill processed the flour twice as fast as that windmill. I mean, this one was done, and that one had only processed 10, so 3 times as fast. Because I processed 30 at a time. Why 30 at a time? I don't know. That's what my crazy ass pulled out of the air. You know, I pulled that number out of my ass, and I put 30 in each windmill, and that allows me to keep track of who's processing faster. I don't need those. I really don't need those, but oh, I know. One more thing. One last thing. All right. Lox meat. Lox meat has to be cooked, right? Right. Look what I've done here. I've stacked up my cooking stations. Why would I bother? Because lox meat takes fucking forever to cook. Okay? So here we go. So it's started. Let's just go over here. I might as well level up my knife. Oh, one thing I've noticed about knife, which is really cool, it doesn't have a pause in its animation. Another cool thing about knife, it has no movement speed debuff. So you can run around at max speed while still holding a knife. It does give the knife some utility, and the lox meat still isn't cooked. Right? So we'll just sit here, listen for the sizzle. We're in Sizzler. I know this video is going much longer than I intended. Sorry. But I want to show you how long the lox meat takes to level up. Come on. In case you guys don't know, the reason this ward is here and active is it locks all my chests. So if someone were to get into my server, there, see, it's done. They can't access my shit. And also, what's really oh, that's the new. Would you? Oh, my back's full. God damn it, game. Ugh. I hate that. Come on. So anyway, the other thing it does, it gives you that warning. Did you hear the warning sound? Watch. See that? Let me see. And it flashes. Let me see. See the flash? So that'll let you know that your base is under attack. Really handy. Super handy. So yeah, that's basically the plains in a nutshell at this point. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that I want to tell you about. Pardon me, my lox is just finished cooking. Oh, I still have more lox. Yeah. All right, guys. That's the plains biome. Good luck when you get there. I'm going to go back to exploration. I'm trying to find the final boss, and then once I find him, I'll stomp a boot print in his ass. I'll record that. I don't anticipate any problems with him. So yeah, there we go. Plains biome. The things that I think would be helpful. Alright guys, I'm going to shut it down. I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one.